There's a kid that keeps stealing food from my store. What would the right thing to do be? I've only ever seen him steal food, and I assume since this kid looks to be like 14, he must be hungry. School's out and times are really hard and shitty. If he's a hungry kid, I want to feed him so he doesn't get in trouble with the law for stealing something he may need. My mom left me for 3 months once in the care of my cokehead sister. I stole food. I like the idea of offering him work. I was a really good worker and not a thief at all outside of stealing food. It's a lot easier to steal from people you don't know than you do know. A lovely man who used to work at a BP down the road from me used to feed me the pies that would be thrown out at the end of the night. He would save them for me. He knew I came from a really shit home. No food and all that. I'll never forget him. Still remember his name. Kindness like that can turn someone's life around. I work hard. Make well over $100,000 now. Wish I could show him how far I've come in life. In my neighborhood, someone bought a fridge and installed it somewhere in the street. People put leftover food and recently expired food that's still okay to eat. It's conveniently close to a grocery shop. So whenever we're there, we buy an extra can or just grab something small and throw it in there. Maybe consider getting one next to your shop. I imagine it would reduce shoplifting too and encourages people to donate. 1 jump ahead of the breadline. 1 swing ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can't afford. You need to stop him, help him another way. Him forming a habit of stealing at 14 will not pan out well for him in 4 years. People saying to ignore it, let him, are not thinking about the consequences. The law does not care. If you're worried about him, maybe offer setting him up with something like a summer internship. Get him to help out a bit. Pay him for his time and maybe throw in food as an extra. Do you own the store or simply work there? If you can, offer him some part-time job at your store. But don't let him have access to the cash register. Another thing could be talking to him and offer him groceries to take home for free so he doesn't have to steal. Personally, I'd ask if he was hungry and buy him a meal. Maybe talk to him. Like you said, he may be hungry and also his parents might not be taking care of his hunger needs. There was a story not long ago where a kid was stealing food for him and his sister. He was stealing actual food, not candy and stuff. The owner of the shop gave him trash bags full of food and a job to help him out. I wish I could find the story so you could watch it. It was so heartwarming. Maybe just ask the kid what's up. He may even be homeless. Be nice about it though. Edit: it was not the 7-Eleven story. It was a different one. Catch him and offer him some work to do in exchange for money and food both. If he's stealing food, it's because he's hungry. Feed him and give him an opportunity for work. You'll have a loyal friend for life. If he does happen to actually be working age, maybe you could offer him a job. That could be a sustainable way to help him with his situation. You didn't see anything. If you see someone stealing food, no, you didn't. My dad had a grocery store when I was a kid and he told the kids, don't just take something. Ask me and I will let you know if you can have it. Yeah, just let him know he doesn't have to steal and you will pay for him as long as it's reasonable. And just have a chat with the fella. Hopefully it's not just a klepto thing as it is the case with teenagers trying to be cool or whatever, but it's food, so maybe he is just hungry. It depends on how big your franchise is. If it's just a small store, tell him out. If it's some big franchise, Accept the consequences of unironically being some big soulless cooperate mogul and bite the bullet. It's the least you can do. I'm guessing it's the former though. Confront him. Tell him you know he's stealing and it needs to stop. If you really want to feed him, offer him some food. Then offer him to work the summer for you to work off what he stole and make a little bit of money. Or even pay him with. He doesn't agree to any of this, then call Batman. Offer him a job. He might be hungry. He might be a kleptomaniac. Some kids just like the thrill of stealing. I knew a kid when I was in high school who stole shit for the hell of it, even if he could pay for it. Make him a deal if you are able and willing to. Make a small chore or two he can do in exchange for food. Might be the blessing he needs and you need. The richest country in the world, and these are the decisions we have to make. Is anyone else tired of this? Kids should always have food. Don't say anything. Maybe bag up some stuff for him that you know is gonna be thrown out or that you can safely lose. That's just what I would do. Times are tough and some parents fucking suck. Tell him to stop by at the end of the day and give him any food you would throw away but is still okay to eat. I'd talk to him. The fact that you would rather feed him than get him in trouble speaks very highly of you. And the kid will understand that. But just ask. Don't assume. I would ask him if he want to help out and put him to work, then pay him in food. Offer him a part-time job. Confront him as that's your business. Offer him some work to earn the food. Clean the sidewalk outside, sweep between the aisles, etc. Confront him about it. Tell him, I know what you're doing and would like to know why, and then see what the answer is. If you want to help, I would say just talk to him. You can offer to let him have what he needs and hopefully also find out what's going on. Hire him to sweep up for an hour a day. I would call the police. I would not press charges. You do not know what is going on. Child Protective Services might need to be involved. Does he have siblings that need help? 2. Is he just taught to do this by his guardians or something friends or a gang is setting him up to do? It is honorable that you want to help. And calling the police is one form of getting help. It's the first step that might be a very long road to making the situation right. As a person who used to steal snacks all the time from a convenience store, it's best to just calmly go up to them and ask if they are hungry. Even tell him that you've known for a while now and don't want to call police because you want to help him first. They most likely won't come back either way, but at least tell them that you know so they are uncomfortable to go back. Try to find out about his situation. Like he's 14. He could be just stealing to be stealing. But what if he doesn't have any other resources? I know it's not your financial responsibility. Maybe y'all can find a resolution that's beneficial to you both. Like give him stuff that's on the brink of expiration so it gets eaten and not thrown away. Ask him. See if he wants a job in your shop. Give him a job. Without knowing his situation, it can be trickier. We have a homeless guy who doesn't steal or cause any problems, but we give him out dates the day they go expired. It's still good. We just can't sell it anymore. I know some places have offered jobs to people like that. Cleaning up outside the store and whatnot. Give him a part-time job. Do you ever throw out food that's past the expiration date, but is still good? If you can legally donate it to the kid, ask him if he'd like to take it home with him. He may have an equally hungry family at home.